Hey everyone, what if I told you I know the secrets to not paying taxes at all? Would you listen to me? Well, I think this secret is what the rich keep using that helps them to keep getting richer. In fact, if they had their way, they'll keep these secrets away from you. In this video, I'll be talking about all of those secrets and how it can help you build wealth, grow your investment with no sort of taxes, and then set you on the path to financial freedom. Hey everyone, nice to have you here once again. My name is Ebuka the Finance Wiz, and if this is your first time on this channel, thanks for joining and watching my video. Well, I recommend that you like, subscribe and share with your friends so they can also enjoy the gems you're going to be getting exactly from this video. Well, if you have been on this channel before, if you've watched any of my previous videos, thanks for coming back, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss my subsequent videos. Alright, so what are the secrets I've been talking about here? Is simply registered savings account. If you have not started using your registered savings account or you don't know what it's about, I'm going to explain them to you in this video. So the first one I'll be talking about is what we call the tax-free savings account. Now, the tax-free savings account was established in 2009 by the government of Canada, and it established on an annual basis contribution rooms which you must not exceed every year. Now, the beauty of this tax-free savings account is as long as you fall within your contribution room, you're good, and whatever gain you make on your investment or your savings in those tax-free savings accounts is totally non-taxable. Amazing. The other beautiful thing about the tax-free savings account is that the funds in your tax-free savings account can be withdrawn at any time with no sort of penalties or no reprimanding of any sort. Now, the beauty of the TFSA is that whatever contribution room that you did not use during the current year can actually be moved into the new year. For instance, if you had a complete room of $6,000 and you utilized only $3,000, it means that the remaining $3,000 will be added to the next year's contribution room. Say the next year's contribution room is $5,000, so $5,000 plus $3,000 makes it $8,000 contribution room, giving you more opportunity to invest and save. Now, the only downside to the TFSA is that whatever amount you withdraw from the TFSA cannot be recontributed without being doubled. In other words, if you had $5,000 in your TFSA and you were to withdraw $2,000 and recontribute the $2,000 back, it would be regarded as $7,000 rather than $5,000. The other downside to the TFSA is that there's a penalty of 1% for every over contribution you do into the TFSA. So you want to try as much as possible not to go over the established limit by the government of Canada. The second registered savings plan I'll be talking about is what I call the RRSP. Now, RRSP stands for Registered Retirement Savings Plan. So the RRSP is amazing because it tax shelters your funds or your investment in the account. So the beauty about the RRSP account is that you are able to deduct whatever contribution you make into the RRSP from your taxable income. So it could actually be deducted from source by your employers, or it could be deducted whenever you're filing your tax if you contributed yourself. Well, typical with any registered savings account, there's always a limit to how much you can contribute, which I think is the downside of the RRSP. So there's a limit of about 18% of your previous year's income up to a certain limit that will be established on an annual basis. Now, you must not contribute beyond this amount. That's very crucial. The other downside to the RRSP, unlike the TFSA, is that you cannot withdraw the funds without being penalized. The only exception where you can withdraw from your RRSP is when you use the funds for special purposes like lifelong learning and for your first-time home buyers program. Now, if you don't know about the first-time home buyers program, it's something established by the government of Canada as a type of credit or benefit to first-time home buyers to enable them purchase their first homes through the RRSP, where they can access at least $35,000 from the RRSP without any penalties or reprimanding. So if you don't have an RRSP account today, please go and create one or open an RRSP account. You can actually use your RRSP for several purposes. You can use it for your GIC investment. You can use it for your ETF purchases, your stock purchases. You can use it for so many things. So I recommend you don't use it just for savings alone. So there are different ways you can actually use your RRSP account if you don't know. Of course, you can have your individual RRSP account, but you can also access or save into your spouse's RRSP account, which is amazing. The other way which your RRSP account can be used is what I call the locked-in RRSP account. For instance, if you had an employment which you are resigning from and you choose to move the pension funds out of that employer's coffers, they will likely be moving into a locked-in RRSP to prevent you from accessing these funds for other uses. So the next registered savings account I'll be talking about is what I call the First Home Savings Account, FHSA. So the FHSA was established in April 2023 just to make home purchase very much affordable for Canadians. Now, just like any other registered savings account, the contributions are tax-free, that's it, to not be subjected to any tax. Unutilized contributions can be moved into the new year. However, you must be at least 18 years for you to be eligible to create this account, and you must not have owned a home in the last 4 years before purchasing that home you want to use funds for. Now, the downside to the FHSA, just like any other registered savings account, is it has a contribution limit of $8,000 for a year and a lifetime contribution limit of $40,000. So just like the RRSP, you are not allowed to withdraw from this account unless you are purchasing a home with the funds or you are moving the funds to an RRIF. So RRIF stands for Registered Retirement Income Fund. For you to open an FHSA, you must meet these following requirements. Number 1, be a first-time home buyer. Number 2, you must sign an agreement to purchase or build a home before October 1st of the following year after you withdraw the fund. The third factor is that you must not have acquired that home 30 days before the date of withdrawal of the fund. The fourth and most important factor is that you must be willing to occupy that home or live in that home as a principal place of residence within 1 year of acquiring the home. The last qualifying factor is that you must be a Canadian resident from the point of withdrawing the funds up to the point when you're acquiring the home. So the other good thing about the FHSA is that you can actually transfer funds from your FHSA to RRSP and vice versa. However, just note that whatever you transfer would not restore your contribution room to the RRSP. The last and most important factor is that the FHSA has a 15-year expiry period from the date when you created the account for the first time. So the fifth registered savings plan I'll be talking about is what I call the RESP. RESP stands for Registered Education Savings Plan. Now, the RESP has a limit of 50,000 contribution limit. It's not taxable, however, you can withdraw your contributions whenever you want. The aim of this RESP account is to help you support or invest into your child's education. Now, the beauty of the RESP is that you can actually use it for different investment avenues or vehicles like JICs, like ETFs, and so on, for whatever purpose or investment you want to do. The withdrawals can also be used for tuition, books, transportation, anything that your child needs for their educational plan. So if you're not aware, the government of Canada actually provides certain grants towards your RESP. So these grants are called Canada Education Savings Grants and Canada Learning Bond. So if you are not taking advantage of these grants as part of your RESP, please do so today. The next registered savings account I'll be talking about is what I call the RRIF. RRIF stands for Registered Retirement Income Fund. Now, this is an account you create at your 71st year where you move all your RRSP into the RRIF. So if you are both 71 and you have not taken advantage of this, then this is what you should do today. The beauty of this account is that it establishes an amount that you'll be getting on, and so it creates a consistent salary, in quotes, that you'll be getting over time. Another great thing about this account is that you pay taxes only on the withdrawn sum and not the total funds in the account. The next account I'll be talking about is more of a retirement account, is what I call the LIF, Life Income Fund. So the Life Income Fund works as a locked-in pension funds account where you can actually get income on a consistent basis after your retirement. However, whatever funds you get from it would then be taxed at your prevalent tax rate at that time when you're collecting them. So the last is the Registered Disability Savings Plan. It helps parents save for individuals or maybe their kids that are eligible for disability tax credit. So the beauty of this account is that it comes with government grants. However, you're not able to withdraw the government grants without some penalties. But whatever contributions you make, you can withdraw at any time and it will not be added to your taxable income. Alright, thanks for taking the time to listen to these tips. And if for any reason you have any questions, please drop in the comments below, and see you at the next video. Bye.